Good afternoon, my friends. This is Paul. So I am back to review the second title in the Theatrhythm Final Fantasy duo. What the heck is the deal with that stupid title? Anyway, jokes aside about the lame title, this game is far from lame. Now I just made a stupid rhyme. Ugh. Okay, anyway. So, if you've played the original rhythmic Final Fantasy game, then you pretty much know what to expect here, so why don't you go ahead and watch that previous review that I did, so that I don't have to re-explain how to play the game. But two things I should say, definitely have changed to make this a more enjoyable experience overall. First off, they allow you to use button and circle pad controls as opposed to just simply using the stylus, which was a huge help and made getting through the songs much more enjoyable, and typically I only had myself to blame, even more so than usual in the previous game. In addition, the event sequences were always my least favorite songs of the three types, field, battle, and event. And that's still the case here, but at least they're slightly more enjoyable this time, because before they would have way too many retro-themed event stages, and they refused to translate the text into English, so a lot of times I wouldn't even know what was going on. But this game, they made one small change that made all the difference, and that's they had non-text based action sequences, including even scenes from PlayStation 3 Final Fantasy titles. And they even managed to work in stereoscopic 3D, because this is a 3DS title. And that just blows my mind that's even possible. So they were always a joy to watch, and I could always watch them again in the theater if I couldn't get enough of them in the event mode. I also like how you can gradually unlock Final Fantasy tunes in the music player the farther you get, so that you can listen to them on the go, which is amazing, because I'm not a Final Fantasy fan, but most of the tracks in this game I really enjoy. Now, that's not to say there aren't duds in here. Like the previous game, they take music from throughout Final Fantasy's history, so you still get plenty of those awful chiptune themes, but at the same time, they have plenty of orchestral and chorus-based pieces that I, of course, prefer. And then if the main songs in the game still aren't enough, which, to put it into perspective, it's been quite a few years since the original Rhythm Final Fantasy game came out. So they have songs from the newer games, including Lightning Returns and Final Fantasy XIII. There's even more songs through DLC. Now, the problem that I had with the DLC were twofold. One is I got a Spot Pass notification saying that you get 2 free songs for doing the DLC. But the thing is, I got this game in 2017. The offer was in 2014, but the game conveniently didn't tell me that. So I'm looking in the DLC menu and I'm like, where's my free songs? You told me I got 2 free songs. Well, screw me for not checking the date of the game. So suffice to say that there's lots and lots and lots of DLC songs, not only from Final Fantasy's history, but also from other Square Enix titles, including The World Ends With You, yeah baby, Calling, definite must buy. But the thing is, despite the fact that each song is only priced for $1, which is a steal, they don't let you buy any of the songs in packs. There's no bundles, there's no package deals, and you can't listen to the songs ahead of time before you buy them. Unless you're like me, where I just had my girlfriend sitting next to me and she just looked them up on YouTube and I said, oh, that sounds like a cool buy, I'll download it. You only get a vague description of what the song sounds like in-game, but that's not really incredibly helpful, because they might say, this is the most epic final theme ever. And then I say, okay, Autumn, show me the ropes. And then she shows me it on YouTube, and I'm like, this stinks. That was false advertising. Regardless, if you do like the DLC songs, they are very reasonably priced, and don't take up too much space on the SD card, so I would definitely recommend trying out at least one of them. Now, this game, Curtain Call, has a nice twist on the whole, like the original game is too short because they got rid of the story mode entirely. You just play the songs until you feel like it. And there's also a new Quest Medleys mode where you have the opportunity to go through a board game style map where you play a random assortment of songs depending on the difficulty that may also affect how fast the notes come at you. And then eventually you face a final boss. It's nothing mind-blowing, but there are a couple of items you can get to help you out through this mode. And it gives you a chance to sort through a bunch of music without having to shift through 200 plus songs, probably 300 plus if you count all of the DLC. Suffice to say that pretty much every song is in their original version with very minimalistic remixes. So if you're afraid that they're going to butcher your favorite titles like some of the Smash Brothers games have done, have no fear, as there's maybe like a combined total of 4 remixes to be found. And even those are pretty darn close to the original. So I would say that Curtain Call is definitely worth at least a rental because the sound quality is phenomenal. And if you don't like the chip tunes like I do, you can skip right to the later games. And if you don't like orchestra pieces like I do, you can just go back to the boring old chip tunes. And even if you just need some good music but you don't have an iPod, the more you play, the more songs you unlock on the music player, and that is great. So anyway, thank you very much for listening. If this review wasn't informative enough, please check out some of the info in my previous review of Theatrhythm Final Fantasy. And until the next time, keep the faith, stay epic, and God bless. Bye.